continuing with the EPO people, they guided us upon getting an overseas admission, though it was quite flabbergasting.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Aman from Edupedia Overseas, and right now we're in hostel number 5 and it's very windy. And I'm here with one of our students. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Roohi Pandit. I'm a third course student from Kharkiv National Medical University.
And she was so kind to show us her room, and afterwards I'm going to interview her and ask her a lot of questions. So basically, how many of you are staying in that room?
Earlier there were four of us here in the room, but now since people have gone back home and I had my croc and even my roommate is a third course, so we are just 2 of here now.
Hey everyone, we are back now. We just saw her room in the hostel, and as I promised, I will ask her a lot of questions. I wanted to ask you, before you came here, how did you inform yourself? Like, what is going to expect you here? What sources did you need? What sources did you use?
Oh, okay. Earlier I used to study in Helix Chandigarh, and from there there were a few representatives of EPO I came across. They enlightened me about the overseas study regarding Ukraine and a few more options. And then further considering Ukraine, because since I was quite positive about getting an admission in India, and then when during the counseling, when it didn't end up so well, then continuing with the EPO people, they guided us upon getting an overseas admission, though it was quite flabbergasting, adding up studying 700 miles away from home and having quite a big university view and everything. Coming here was again a good experience, when though it's like it entirely depends upon your own self, how you take yourself, how you mentally prepare yourself to come here and then study, be focused to whatever you want to do, and rather not getting on to any distractions and everything.
All right. And did some maybe videos help you? Did you watch some videos before coming here on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook?
Yeah, of course. There was a channel from the Edupedia Overseas, and there was this Dr. Karan. He made some videos. I had a counseling session personally with him as well, that added up to letting me know this place better. Like sitting, of course, like social media helps a lot these days. So sitting back home and learning about some other country and knowing the way of education there was quite good. And since we got to watch videos that helped us a lot, so we are trying to help you who are sitting back home to get a better view of what happens exactly here.
But what were the things which you couldn't see through social media? What are the things you couldn't have known through the videos, or what was the information missing which you only got here?
Since every place has its pros and cons, Kharkiv basically has its set of cons as well. Then sitting back there, everything was quite like a dreamland. Everything goes back in place. Then studying is easy. Then the way of education is easy. But when you come here and you're eventually into the dynamic, you get to know it better, that how everything works on. And when you get to do it by yourself, you get to know all the difficulties and challenges you face. Then here, basically, the fooding, since it's a European country, the way of fooding is entirely different. Me being a vegan, it got difficult. Yeah, I'm a vegan. Okay. And it got entirely difficult initially, but then since we had the only working Indian mess in Europe, we had it to assist us with food and everything. So it got quite easy. Then the travel facilities, you're at your own here when you're here, so the travel facility, everything was quite not so easy. But then if you try to do it by
You mean the traveling, going to the university?
Yeah, going to the university, then coming back, entirely you get to know new things when you're away from home, and it adds up to whatever exposure you've given yourself in the life ahead.
Sometimes I have the feeling like I haven't lived in India, but I think in India when you are a young student, let's say, you are very pampered, and I think you are not as independent as you get here. Is it true?
Of course it is. I entirely agree to what you said. In India, it's like whatever we have, it is served us completely in the plate. Like I can literally say we are spoon fed. Like being Indian kid, especially being a Punjabi kid, I am pampered a lot. I'm the only child of my parents, and it's not been a very difficult life since I am from an army background. My father is in the army, and we've been raised to be tough kids, but still at an edge, our parents try to give us all the facilities at hand. Like it's not even in our mouth and it comes in front of our eyes. But coming here, managing everything on our own, it actually added up to something that I have learned in life apart from education and medicine.
Do you think if you would have studied in India in a medical university, would you have still gotten these independent skills, or do you think it really made you now a stronger and much more independent person?
I personally feel if I would have been in India, I would have got a better exposure to education in a kind of like medical facilities that are provided in India. The education system, the criteria, the marking could have been a little better. But here, what I have added up to myself is a lot of something that is going to help me 10 years down the line along with medicine. It has given me a quality of living. It has given me a quality to choose my own life, to be independent. I can say if from here, luckily by fortune, if I get into any US country or in any further country abroad, I am confident enough to manage myself even better as compared to somebody who goes from India to directly an abroad country.
Yes, I agree with this absolutely. And is it your plan to go abroad after you finish studying here?
Since being from an army background, I feel I need to get back to my country and study, like of course join the forces and serve my country again. But since like this place has given me quite an exposure along with of course EPO, I feel there are good options like in countries like Germany and in European countries. I feel there are good options.
So now you had the possibility to get acquainted with some of the subjects in medicine. Do you already have a idea in which direction you want to go? What specialty do you want to choose later on?
Yeah, probably like after getting 3 years into medicine, I personally had an interest in cardiology. So if given an opportunity, I would pursue it further.
Okay, then I wish you all the best. Thank you very much for the interview. I'm sure it was very helpful for the students or for the parents who couldn't have made up their mind yet, and all the best for your future.
Thank you so much for having me. And in the end, to all of you who are sitting back home, I would just suggest whatever field you choose for yourself. If you chose to come to Ukraine, you chose to go to any other country in the world, just go without distractions, being focused to whatever you want, and of course in the end you'll make up to it. When you've decided, you'll make up to it. Thank you.
Thank you.